Technical. The Ravens get ready to match up with the New York Jets. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
On the set. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
This is a rookie from Oklahoma State, Justice Hill. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
What we got? What we got?
The first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete.
They do not
call there.
score,
now
brother.
It's 4th down.
They do not score.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Motion, motion, motion.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Yeah.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Delaney.
We got 4. We got 4.
Hey, orbit. 48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Red 80.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Darnold from the gun. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with them in March after the last 4 seasons. Then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury.
That's right.
48. 48's the mic.
I got him.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Under 10, under 10, 10. Red 80, red 80.
From the 50, it's Darby. And he's got it complete to Anderson. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Let's go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
We're going to sign. 40's mine. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
11
go.
more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 3, on 3.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down. Alert.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
We go, side.
Squeeze. Watch the run. Watch the run. Shift.
The lady. We go, yellow lady. Check 52. General West.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. Down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
65, 65, 65. Kill, kill, kill.
61, match box, light.
Jackson now. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
That's what I do.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and
Crunch
often.
time, defense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards
Watch
on
the
1st
twist.
down.
Watch the twist. Wide, wide, wide. Get wide. Check 99. Check 99. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now it's Jackson.
Kill.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Watch twist. Watch twist.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Bang, 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 bang. Showing 8, showing 8. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert flare, flare, flare.
Check 31. Check 31.
Check, 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 check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 13.
And Jackson. Get in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Jackson will throw again. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Check the outs, check the outs.
Jackson, options out left. A quick feet by Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down. 60 out low. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
check. Mike 57. Mike 57. We got double up, double up, double up, double up.
Jackson options out left. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one. They might have to go back to the drawing board with that call.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super toe.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go. Red 80. Bravo.
And he'll complete this to the Barrios. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Get excited. Let's go.
7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Jets.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Deuce, 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 deuce. Motion, motion, motion.
On first down, Bell. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
I got you. Check 3, check 3. Oh, lady. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come.
Go, go, go.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell.
Here we go, D. Get
And
off the
across
field.
midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
Watch the run, watch the run. The lady.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Red 80. Hey, high 7. It's that.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Hey,
And
pick
they
it
had
up,
compiled
defense.
a
Let's
pretty
go.
long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drive downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
At the 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 57's the mic. Watch 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing is Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin.
I'm going to hit you
4 yards on the
all
completion,
day,
and
baby.
it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Mike 53. 53. Mike.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's going to rifle one deep left side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They ripped it on and turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach?
I know you feel
That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense
you all
can
day.
do.
All
Line
day.
of scrimmage to 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Felt, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at the first half as well as a look ahead at what's coming up later this weekend. Darnold completes it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Red 80. Jam.
2nd down. It's Bell. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. From the 41, Darnold, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run through with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lady. Smooth. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Shotgun snap for Darnold. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Yeah. Good job.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Open man is Robbie Anderson. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. So we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done almost nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Motion, motion, motion.
Now Jordan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is...
And look at this. It's a fake. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
The Jets' 29-yard line.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position, maybe. Turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
And 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here we go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Harper.
They run it again with Hill. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set, hut. 10, Tuscan.
Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Set, go. Take off.
3rd and 1, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 10, Lobo.
57's the mic. Ricky.
Go.
He's mine, he's mine.
57's the mic.
First down, Kansas Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Wow, that ball gets knocked
That's
free,
our ball, baby.
but a
That's our
teammate
ball.
comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Oh, yeah.
Good starting field position
And
for them here as they come up first and 10.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
It's a party now. It's a party.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You got him. You got him.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a draw play with Dixon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Let's go,
a gain
boys.
of
Let's
5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Set. 57.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Jackson options out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Touchdown, New York.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes the score Jets 10, Ravens 6. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Come on,
The
set.
Baltimore
Henry.
offense at the
57
line set to
to
get
Mike.
going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Under crunch. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 9. Check. Crunch. Kill.
Blue jaw conquerors.
Turn it up.
Slam. Run it.
Begin the drive with Hill.
Double up.
And a short gain here
coming,
across
double
the
up.
10 to the 12.
Watch the edge.
He was brought down by Darrell Roberts.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Big edge.
H3 to 18. Trouble. Outside coming.
Roberts has it. And a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They got adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Echo.
Mike 57.
What? Go. Hey, here we go.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right here. Yup. 53. Check 53. Here it comes. Go. Check 50.
Short.
Check 53's Mike. Hey, tight.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. The 20. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
All right, D, let's turn. All right, D. Switch. Yes.
Mike 53.
First and goal, Dixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Now Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Baby!
Myers Boykin.
Get him,
His
boy!
3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football. Is this starting to tighten up?
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check it tight.
First carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a third down.
Here goes Simon.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Come on, Red 80.
Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Right there. 41's the
Darnold
mic.
from
Check,
the
check,
gun.
check 41. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double.
And he's got a noon one. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First down, Jets.
Here goes Simon.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on
Check
first and
26,
10.
check 26.
Yo, 80.
Here's
Watch
Bell.
the pass.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered
That's it, baby.
behind the line.
That's it.
That's going to go
That's
as a
it.
loss
Big
of the
hit.
yard, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more
Here
of
goes
here in the
Simon.
fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up the gap. You're trying to cover a hole so they can't run the football.
Here we go, here we go.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy
All
clean.
day.
They want that
All
uniform
day,
with
every
no
day,
grass
any
stains,
day.
no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
48, 48, 48's Mike.
I'm trying to collect.
48's the mic. I don't think you got it, son.
Third and long, it's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
Baby.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Let's
You
go.
need to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30
Here we go. Here we
to
go.
the 33-yard
Here we go.
line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Check the lady. Check 3. Watch the safety creep.
X3, 218, chopper.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Get ready, get ready.
And he's going to be
get
taken
ready.
down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
First down, Jets.
We go side.
48's the mic. Check, 48's the mic.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards. And getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. This is Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Will likely put an end to this thing. 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard.
Boom!
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot. 48. 48's the mic.
Back to the penalty, it's Bell.
Watch his slant.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
We go side.
48. Look, hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
Record. Check. Switch.
Red 80. Check 50. Check 50.
Now a draw play. This is Bell.
Run.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
Right there.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 36 yards out. Vecchio puts this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the field goal, here's Vecchio to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Jackson now, 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10.
Check.
Here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Buying time is left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.